Open Door Community Center opened its doors to our first residents in January of 2019, a mother and her children. And since then, we've served about 80 women and about 50 children. We're a 9-bed shelter for women and children experiencing homelessness in Beaufort County and beyond. Other surrounding communities also use our services. And when they come in here, they have a safe place to stay, to put their head, a little bit of stability in their lives while they work with our case manager to put the pieces together so that we can transition them into a more stable, long-term housing situation.
So when they come into our shelter, we do an intake with them. So at that intake, we are able to kind of see where they are, what is needed, how did they become homeless, and what steps we need to take to help them obtain housing. Of course, we get people who from all different walks of life, all different reasons of why they are homeless. So definitely meeting them where they are, figuring out what resources we can link them to, and also letting them kind of take the lead in that on finding out, what they need, where they feel like they need to be, and just trying to support them in doing that. But we are hands-on with them as much as possible with doing that, but also letting them know that they have to, kind of be in charge of their life as well and getting certain things done. Mm-hmm. At the bare minimum, we would love for them to have an ID, Social Security card, some kind of documentation on, why they're homeless, whether it was an eviction, if they're no longer to stay, in the housing situation they were before, some kind of proof of that would be great. But like I said, we'll do that intake with them, just kind of see, where they are, and as much documentation as we can get, any income that they have, health insurance, different things like that we can kind of pull from to see what services they're available for, because we know if we have that information, we can kind of see what other things we can tap into. So initially, we just need, the basics as far as, ID, Social Security card, and if they have children, of course, we'll need their birth certificates. So as far as programs, we do work with a group of people who have access to funding. So whether we're linking them with other case managers that could possibly help them find housing, or help with getting into a place, because we may have someone that has income, but they may need help with a deposit getting in. So we do try to refer them to those resources to help with that. I have not been here when we've had children here, but if we had a young lady that had children, we would definitely be looking to making sure they were getting to school, making sure if it was a daycare situation, following up with that, seeing if there was any vouchers they can get for childcare. We also refer to employment specialists, so we have programs that we refer them to help them find employment if that's something that they need. So we find out all of that, of course, when we intake them to figure out where we need to refer them to. So we have a range of different services that we'll refer them to once we find out what the need is.
Some of the things that we're equipped to go ahead and offer them are hygiene products, bedding, pillows, resources for clothing, resources for food. We're connected with Eagle's Wings. We're connected with Salvation Army and other resources in the community that we can immediately reach out to meet any immediate needs. So everybody comes in with a different level of need, and some are more equipped than others. But we're here to meet any immediate needs with the help of the community. There's lots of different ways that we can use community assistance and volunteers to meet the needs of the house. It's a house, so we have the same needs as any household would have. Some of the other questions I get are, where do they go during the day? And something we're trying to work towards is opening our shelter during the day, part of the week. Currently, they come in between 6 and 7 at night, and they have to exit in the mornings, and that's not ideal for families. It's not ideal for anybody.
Beaufort County, surrounding areas, their housing is an issue. It's either even, people who have the vouchers that are looking for housing, they're having issues with finding housing. The women that we have here, they have income, they have savings, they're ready to move out, but there's nowhere to place them, and that is affordable. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think a big need is, I would say, if any landlords and anybody who has houses who flips houses or does, if they would just consider looking into affordable housing, because it is a huge need in our area. We have so many families and people who are going without and struggling and not getting the basic things that they need in life, which is a safe place to lay their head every night, because there's nowhere to do that. So
something we really want the community to understand is that we're here, we're operating, we're a referral for anybody that you might see in the community that is in need of housing, temporary, safe shelter, especially for their family situation. They can always reach out to us, find out if we have space, and we have such a wide community of resources that even if we're not able to assist them with a shelter immediately, there's other community entities that are able to meet those needs. So we love to refer folks, not just house folks, but we definitely want the community to know that we're right here, we're operating, and we're growing in that we're always recruiting help, we're always recruiting businesses to back us up, community members. So give us a call, come tour the house. We would love to show you around to help you understand how you could plug in. So every year we have a dinner theater. It's our largest fundraiser of the year. And this year Alternative Stage has created an original play called A Train to Broadway. It's going to be a silent auction dinner theater event taking place Saturday, November 4th at the Washington Civic Center. So folks can reach out to us to find out about how to order tickets. They'll be for sale real soon.
And my last remark, I would like to direct you guys to our website. Next week, it will be fully functional. You can find our Amazon wish list and also our meal train on there if you would like to provide meals to the shelter.
So we welcome the public to schedule a meeting here at the shelter to get to know more about us, how they might be able to meet our needs. Just simply give us a call here at the shelter, and I'll schedule a time to sit down with you and discuss the possibilities. I'd love to do that.